guys. Sorry, I skipped one day on the Q&A because yesterday and I think the day before, my laptop has I don't know what's going on. It takes about 10 hours to render one video, and then it takes about another 4 or 5 hours just to upload. So it was pretty shitty. So I cleared off everything yesterday. I washed my car and all that. So today I come back and try and go through some of the comments. Alright, I'll try to be quick. Hi Bobby, looking for a XC40, not budget no more than 200k. XC40 T4. I think you should wait for the drop in price for the T5 because the T5 has the R design package, looks a lot better, and the engine is way more powerful. Alright, hi Bobby, I'm struggling. 2012 CLS and or a Cayman first generation, or an Audi S5 3-liter TFSI, or a 911. Go for the 911, bro. Go for the 911. You will have fun in it. If you ask these kind of questions, you are okay with it, whether it's a 2-door or 4-door. So go for the 911. Okay. Hi Bobby, what do you think of the Kia Forte? It was an okay car. It was a good car when it first came out in 2009, but I think it's a bit old now, right? And I noticed another thing is that the interior of that car deteriorate rather quick. So it is the kind of car whereby they use a lot of hard plastic, but they try to coat it with some soft touch layer, spray or something like that. So I noticed quite a few of them peeled. So yeah, I think that was the era where the Koreans updated their design, but they haven't updated their source of materials. They haven't matured so much as compared to the Europeans and Japanese when it comes to sourcing more quality materials. Alright. Hi Bobby, is a 2002 C32 AMG price at 70,000 justifiable? No. In that era, a 3.2 in a C-Class was a big thing, because that was the era where the larger the engine, the more power you get. So that was a big thing back then. It sounds almost pseudo cool to have it, but at 70,000, no. If you get it at about 40 grand, then it is something that, hey, it's a cool car. It's a cool. You tell people, oh, I have a C32 AMG. Oh, that's cool. But at 70,000, no, because 70,000 is the price of an M5. That's way cooler. Alright, same budget, 2004 SL. Yes, you get an SL, it will be cool forever. Okay. Hi Bobby, do you think the 2017 S5 is a good buy? Yes, it is a good buy. Provide if the price is right. Alright, if it is at 380,000, then no. 280, 290 or 300-ish, then yes. Alright, because it is a very powerful car. Hi Bobby, I dah subscribe lama. Awak sangat menghormati orang lain. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you, Encik Muhammad. Hi Bobby, would you buy an X50 or wait a few years for the XC40 to drop in price? Now the X50 looks very promising. If that car is to be positioned below the X70, which means it will be probably 80, 90,000. And if it has all the specs from the X70, damn man, it is a car that in terms of entertainment value, I mean the GKUI entertainment system is something that the XC40 beats it, of course, in UI design and all that, but then the capabilities of the GKUI, if it comes with everything that the X70 has, then it will be crazy. So I would say it is one of what Proton has done with Geely is that these cars are cars that is totally worth buying, compared to some cars in the segment whereby you like, oh, okay, I pay this price, but I don't get this, I don't get that, I don't get this, I don't get that. But Proton has everything in there, so I have to depend on the specs and the price. A used XC40, of course, brilliant. Hi, blah, 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 blah. I have a Sportage currently. I'm looking to upgrade to an SUV. 2013 Evoque, 2018 Countryman, XC40, or the Mazda CX-5 Turbo. The Mazda CX-5 Turbo is very, very quick, but I have this feeling whereby they didn't upgrade the brakes, or maybe they did, but in terms of the brakes, I just felt that, wow, there's so much power now, but in terms of brakes, it seems a bit lacking. So it feels a little bit like the Mazda 3 MPS, where it's a standard Mazda 3, they just drop in a very powerful engine. Same goes with the CX-5 Turbo. It gives me that kind of feeling like it wasn't engineered at the first place to take that kind of power. Alright, I enjoy, let's say, the Mazda 6 or the CX-5 Turbo, right, or the Mazda 6 2.5 Turbo. I notice I enjoy the 2.5 NA more. It feels more in tune with the car. Alright, so out of those that you listed, the one that handles the best, I would say, that gives me the best experience in driving, is actually the XC40. It is actually better than the Countryman S in terms of how it drives. Okay. Hi Bobby, I'm considering a 2012 Mercedes S300L. I think this car is very reliable because the 300L uses a very, very, very old Mercedes engine. This engine has been tried and tested. It doesn't even have direct injection, so you don't get a lot of power out of it. No, it is underpowered. It is one of the rare cases where you have a German car that is massively underpowered, even though it's 3 liter, but it's reliable, it's smooth. The car is supremely comfortable, and thanks to this engine, this car is not popular, and the used car values are like what, 30,000-40,000. Yeah, or am I wrong? 2012, maybe it's not that low. Maybe it's 70, because it's still, you can still apply loan for it. Sorry, what I was saying is the first batch, the one, the 2006, 2007 one. 2012 at this price, 90. Yeah, 90k, you get a car that's still available for loan. It's a great car to buy. It's just that it's not powerful. Sorry, I got it wrong. The same generation S-Class, the first batches, they are at 30-40 grand. Yeah. So, yeah, 2012, you want to buy an S-Class that you still can get a loan for it, but you know it will depreciate. It will go down 80, 70, 60, 50, 40 rather quick in the next few years' time. But now you still can get a loan. Go get it. It's a very, very beautiful car. Right? It's a beautiful car, this S-Class. Alright? Yeah, totally worth the money, man. 90 grand for this, and it's only a 3 liter. Like for those people who wanted an LS, they can't because 4.6. This is 3 liter, 2,000 ringgit. Alright? Blah 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 blah. Hi Bobby, can you remove your fuse tree? Yeah, I saw that. I will try, but it's a bit scary. Hi, should I go for a Ferrari 430 or a 911 Turbo or C43? I plan to use the car for 5 years and sell it off, but I prefer a car like a 4-door Panamera, but many of them, I think too many of them. For ease of drive and ease of maintenance, which one you think is better, 911 or F430? It will always be the 911 that is easier to maintain. But the Ferrari, see, Ferraris are the kind of cars that you will not have the chance to experience it, to experience owning one without spending at least 250,000. Alright? Porsche, on the other hand, yes, I know this is a 911 Turbo, but Porsche, on the other hand, the Porsche experience, you can only get it, no, the Porsche experience, you can get it by spending 100k in other Porsches, right? So, if your budget can afford a 911 or a Ferrari, and you only plan to use it for 5 years, you should go for the 430 now, the Ferrari F430, because you can use it for 5 years and then sell it back at the same price or higher? No, you can probably sell it back at the same price as you bought it, because these cars won't depreciate any further. Alright, so you can have a free car to use for 5 years, a Ferrari 430, the current price point that they are at. Alright, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Hi Bobby, is the new Harrier 2020 going to feel underpowered? I do not know, the car is not here yet. Sorry Julian. What are my thoughts on what's this? Oh, the E-Class Coupe. I love the E-Class Coupe. The previous generation E-Class Coupe, I think is one of the best looking Mercedes Benzes of the modern era. Go for it. It's a lovely car. Okay, I should put a like on the comments that I have passed through, so that YouTube won't remind me that these are comments that I haven't responded to, I guess. I'm sorry, because I have no I don't have a method to Okay, sorry. Have you been to Kota Kinabalu? No, I hope I could. Hi Bobby, Thanes from Singapore. I want to sign up for an Evo Enduro. Okay, we're thinking of planning to, because we don't have a date, we don't have anything yet, but we think there's a limit to how many people can participate, so maybe we just open up and then you'll just sign up without knowing where's the location, right? Which one is now the best D segment car? I would say if you balance between price, blah 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 blah, everything, I would say it's the Camry 2.5. Mazda 6 drives really well. It's comfortable as well. I think it has a prettier exterior and interior than the Camry. But the Camry, when I drive it, it just feels so balanced in terms of a delightful handling and a delightful ride. Whereas the Mazda 6 handles really well. In terms of the ride, it's not bad, but it's not as good as the Camry. And of course, the Mazda has a wide range, which the Camry doesn't. Alright, so transmission wise, if I'm talking about mountain road driving, I would prefer the Mazda 6 transmission way more, because it's just one of the best automatic transmissions out there. Okay, I haven't driven the new Honda Accord 1.5 Turbo, but I don't really like how it looks, interior and exterior. It already looks old to me. That eyes at the back and the weird front, I think they tried too hard to make it look. It's like too many people with too many opinions, you know. They want a car to look sporty, but then suddenly they want this and they want that, so it ends up like a car with too many opinions. Hi Bobby, what are your thoughts on chipping a Civic 1.5 Turbo? I see a lot of people has chipped it. I think, is it worth adding extra 70 to 100 horsepower? Wow. My only concern is if it voids the warranty, bro. People who tune their cars out there don't care about the warranty. Do you have any experience with a Honda Jazz Hybrid? It's lovely to drive. It is very high tech for the car that it is. But if you're buying a Honda Jazz, what you want is the ease of use, the ease of maintenance. You just want to use that car. And in terms of fuel consumption, even the regular Jazz won't use too much fuel. So you should just go for the regular Jazz instead of the hybrid. Alright? Hi Bobby, I'm considering a Land Rover Discovery TD4, oh lovely car, or a Discovery Sport 2015. I do not like the Discovery Sport one bit, but I do know that it is a monocoque car. Sorry man, I really don't like the Discovery Sport 2015, and I just find that they want to use the family language of the Evoque, but then because this is a Land Rover and not a Range Rover, they purposely design it so that it doesn't look as good as the Evoque. I don't like products like that. I like products where they go all out and get it done. That being said, your Land Rover Discovery is a 2011 one. So whatever I said is just my own opinion on the car. It doesn't remove the fact that the car has all the Land Rover stuffs in there. It has 7 seats. It has all the Land Rover tinga majinga, the good stuffs about Land Rover. It's just that I don't like products that when they build it, they purposely don't want to make it as good as they could. Right? The Land Rover Discovery TD4 is fantastic, but I don't think it can even corner as well as the Discovery Sport. It was a previous generation product where people can still accept an SUV, a premium SUV that doesn't handle well. That was the previous era. Okay? Hi Bobby, do you think it's a wrong choice to get an automatic 86? No, I don't think it's a wrong choice. Don't let people say, oh, manual. You know, don't. Yes, just you totally can get the car with automatic. Yeah. No. You can totally get an automatic because yes, sometimes manual you can enjoy driving and all that, right? But I remember when my brother wanted to buy the 86, he pondered with manual before. Then after he thought, nah, it will be his one and only car, he's gonna drive it daily, he just buy an automatic. Then after that he's like, oh, luckily I bought an automatic. So enjoyable. He said sometimes he just wants to sit in the car, putting his hand there, after work, just drive. And that's when you don't want other things to annoy you, not a transmission even, you know, just want to chill and like that. So there's one time when I drove his car out as well, I get it as well. It's a car with a low window sill, so it's one of those rare modern cars where you can drop the window and put your arms out like that and just chill. So it's totally fine to drive an automatic 86. It's still a fun car. Moreover, this is a car that is only fun when you drive illegally. If you drive legally, it's just a smooth going 2-liter NA engine and just drive like that. It's just a normal car when you are driving legally day to day. So you're fine with an automatic. No, don't look at what other people are saying. Alright? You made the right choice. Blah 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 blah. Hi Bobby, I'm thinking of selling my 2010 CR-V. The car is wrapped in matte grey. Will this affect the resale value? I don't think this car will affect your resale value with a matte grey wrap. But some people will look at it and they don't want the hassle of removing the wrap. So up to you, man. And hi Bobby, do you think it's worth to buy a 458 below year 2011? Since Ferraris are never the most reliable cars to begin with, and since all of them are maintained rather well, in a way that I think the owners are loaded lah. So yeah, if you want to go for a 458 below year 2011, go ahead, man. I think this is a classic, man. I love the 458. I love that engine. I love the sound it makes. You know, you drive a 458, you roll up next to a 488. Yes, that's the newer one, but he doesn't have the sound that your car makes. He doesn't have it. Yeah, 458 sounds brilliant. Blah 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 blah. Sorry. This is interesting. Hi Bobby, I'm a viewer from Singapore. Would like to ask if a Bentley Arnage, you sir is a man of taste. That was the era when Bentleys still built their own stuffs. whew, I mean, they are still the sports division of Rolls-Royce, right? That's Bentley, and I really love this generation Arnage. There's the Arnage T and the Arnage R, right? I love this design, man. It's just so classic British and Bentley, but I have no knowledge about this car. But I reckon this era's Bentley is worth a lot more than, say, a Continental Flying Spur. You know, you look at a Flying Spur and then you roll up in one of these 2001 Arnage or the Azure. Oof, beautiful. Or the Brooklyns. I love the Brooklyns, man. Beautiful car. Yeah, go ahead, man. These are cars worth paying your COE every 10 years. Right? You look at S-Class, you're like, what the fuck? I still have to pay COE for this old 10-year-old S-Class 7 Series and all that. But a Bentley Arnage? Haha. Beautiful. Blah, 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 blah. I own the first gen CX-5, the one without MZD. Now thinking of an upgrade, not necessarily an SUV, but a family car with 4 doors would do. Mazda, I want to have a hard time upgrading because the way it drives, the fit and finish, the technology, blah 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 blah. Any suggestion? New car and priority. Well, there's a lot of choice in your options, 150 to 220,000 ringgit. I see that you list BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Audi there. If you want to go for, I would say, because yours is the first generation CX-5, but you didn't mention the engine, maybe it's a 2 liter, maybe it's a 2.5, I'm not sure. But regardless, all the options that you listed here has a turbocharged engine, and it will give you a lot of push, a lot of fun. For people with about 220,000 budget, I've told so many of them to go for the X3 or the GLC 250. Don't get the GLC 200. Alright. Lexus, you can have the NX 200T, and an Audi Q5. The new Q5, I don't think you can get it at 220,000, and the old Q5 is no longer worth getting. So that rules it out. As for the Lexus, the NX 200T has a more comfortable rear seat than the others, but other than that, everything else it loses out to the BMW and the Merc. Okay, in terms of quietness, I think the X3 is the quietest here. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Hi Bobby, use Serena or Biante, both 2014 and 15. In terms of engineering, I always trust Mazda more than Nissan. Sorry for that. So yeah, I always prefer Mazda more than Nissan. Yeah. For your budget, let's say, sorry, I decided to indulge a little bit of time in someone with a rare request. 2014 Mazda Biante. What are the price? Wow, 70,000 ah. Hey, 60,000 for the Serena and 70,000 for the Biante. Let me just try my luck. Okay, so now from here onwards, I reverse the years. Okay, reverse a little bit more. Never thought of an Estima. 2 or 3 years older, or 2 years older, would be in your budget, right? Yeah. Would that be something you might be okay to accept? better use car list. Car list actually lists out the cars that people put up for sale. So sometimes you can just put the brand and then you just scroll through and see, are there any weird cars that you never thought of, and suddenly it appeared here. Because that's what I like about Carlist's interface. What the hell is that? So obviously you want an MPV, Serena or Biante, and you want 3 rows, I suppose, and that's the reason you asked these 2 cars. Yeah, man, the Serena feels rather loose, the whole car, and of course they know their stuff, they know their shit. I mean, in terms of ingress and egress, how the seat and all that is fine. It's the kind of car where I actually have less knowledge on. And Toyota actually has something similar, a Toyota Voxy, but it's 100k, and also 2015, but it's unregistered lah. Voxy, which in terms of these type of MPVs, I think Toyotas are the MPV kings lah. Huh? They know it best when it comes to all this. All right. Hi Bobby, what are your thoughts on the 2015-16 Audi TT 2-liter TFSI? Go ahead, man. Lovely car, reliable, beautiful. Go ahead, Mr. Brian. Always love Wagon, Volvo V60 T5 or a Subaru Levorg. What's your opinion? Now, first of all, the V60 T5, which is the previous generation V60, the one that was launched in 2010 all the way to 2016, I think. That generation V60, the wagon part of that car is a little bit useless actually. That boot is tiny. The Levorg's boot is more usable, way more usable. And in terms of handling, I think the Levorg's handling beats the V60. You might not be happy with the Levorg's transmission, which is a CVT, but at least it's Subaru. I can guarantee you the Subaru will last way longer mechanically. And let's say you are driving one day and then there was a massive pothole that your car went in and came back out. I'm pretty sure if you are in your Subaru, you don't give a damn. You can still continue on. Whereas the Volvo, you better get it checked. Yeah, that's the difference. Subaru I always call Subaru mechanically premium. The undercarriage of the car is premium. Alright, so for these two, of course, the Volvo will be slightly more comfortable, quieter, but the Levorg would be a better choice, I say, if they are both similar price. Okay. Hi Bobby, RX-8 or Z4? I have a soft spot for RX-8. I have a soft spot for RX-8 because of the suicide doors. Now, I'm not an expert in rotary engines. I've heard people say that they're perfectly fine as long as you remember to top up your engine oil. And this is one of the rare cases whereby the Japanese car is less reliable than the German. But when you compare all that, okay, the benefits that you get from an RX-8 is a proper 4-seat, which means it's something that is the Z4 cannot do. A Z4 is only 2 doors, right? But the Z4 can jump the top. And I think the RX-8 might be faster, provided you get the Z4 35i. If not, the RX-8 will be faster. Okay. Thank you. Hi, Bobby. Ooh, would love to know your thoughts on the previous gen Maserati Quattroporte. I love that car. I love the previous Maserati Quattroporte. Now what I know is that the 4.2 is not reliable, the 4.7 is better. Okay, now the previous Quattroporte, it was popular back then. It's also, I think, the Quattroporte that you mentioned, Mr. Tan, uh, would 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 go down the road having a higher value than the newer Quattroporte, right? The newer super long one, the one that looks like a 7 Series one. However, because the older Quattroporte is a much more desirable car, you'll be looking at an old generation Quattroporte and a new generation Quattroporte. One is a 4.7 NA, a lot of Rotax. One is a 3-liter turbo, much lesser Rotax. And of course, newer mechanicals, newer interiors, more reliable, blah 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 blah. Everything more Korean in a way. Same price. So that is the dilemma. Both cars, maybe this is the 2014, this is the 2013. They're both at the same price, used car price. So the one that you mentioned, I love it, but I'm sure the new one will be more reliable, more usable, lower, more space and all that, better build and all that. Okay, better technology. It's just that, and I think the old one is prettier, and it sounds way better because it's a V8, 4.7 V8. Yeah, I love that car, man. Bobby, what's your take on the Honda CRZ? 50 to 55k. No, it's lesser than that, bro. The CRZ, you can buy one that is below that even. It's a lovely car to drive, fantastic handling, and if you don't need rear seats or you don't need 4 doors and all that, it's a brilliant car. It's a beautiful, beautiful, underrated modern classic. Underrated because it has a hybrid drivetrain. If this car came with some 1.6 or 1.8 VTEC, oh my god, it will be the new Bullet, the new, yeah, it will be the new Bullet. Get the CRZ. Blah 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 blah. Okay, gotta speed up. These are all people helping me with my laptop. Oh, thank you guys for introducing me to so many MacBook guys. I really have to thank you that what iBoff Mr. Ahmad from Sepang. He was very upfront to me. He said that, bro, a lot of these batteries that you're buying out there, they're all OEMs, and they're not reliable compared to the original battery. And the original battery, if it is because of the bloated battery, Apple will charge you 900 ringgit, but then they will give you a new trackpad and all that. All comes in one set. And so he asked me to just wait until the PKP or the MCO is over and then get it done at Apple side. Yeah, very honest guy. Go to iBoff, IBOFF, MAT, MAT, his Facebook page. Alright, shout out for him. Okay, blah 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 blah. Hi Bobby, what's the most fun car to drive here? FD2R, E93, M3, Z4, 86. Last place would be Z4 in terms of most fun to drive. If I talk about just the handling, alright, the last place will be Z4, and then of course the 86 is fun, but apart from its handling capacity, it doesn't have an engine that makes you feel special, right? Unlike the M3 has a howling V8, okay, and then the FD2R. The FD2R is just like a what makes the FD2R so great, right? See, my son was watching that Pacific Rim, right? The heroes go into the robot and the robot connects to them, not just the controls, but neurally. So when you are able to neural connect your stuff and your hand, so the whole thing feels at one. That's the feeling that the FD2R gives you. It's not just merely a machine that you're driving, you are manhandling it. No, you almost connect it neurally So that is the FD2R's brilliance. I can't find that connectivity in the new Civic Type R, but the FD2R, yes. So I would say the FD2R is slightly more, is the best here, then the M3, and then the 86, and then the Z4 in terms of fun to drive. Now, which one has the most fun experience on a weekend? I would say the Z4, and then the in-entry, because both you can drop the top. After that would be the FD2R, and then the 86. If it's not just about handling, if it's just driving around, the 86 is the most normal car here. The Z4 will be the most normal if you don't drop the top, but if you drop the top, the Z4 and the in-entry will give you that kind of nice weekend experience. Alright, Mr. Teo? Okay. 2014 428i. Buy. 428i Cabriolet. Buy, bro. Mr. Jim Wong. Buy. Oh, it's you, Ahmad Farhan. So it's Ahmad Farhan who introduced me to iBoff Mat. IBOFF space MAT. Mat. Thank you, Mr. Ahmad. Hi Bobby, I'm looking to buy a used car as my second car with a budget of 120,000. Having a Camry as my daily. I have an 86 now. I have an 86, S5 and A7 in mind. Mainly looking for a fun handling car. You can take the A7 out. Or a high powered car, then the S5 is there. 86 is fun and reliable, but I'm looking for a car with high power. Then you go for the S5. You go for the S5. It drives better than the A7, way better. Of course, it doesn't drive as nice as the 86, but it has the power that you're looking for. I understand what you want, Mr. Hendrik. You're not just a track rat. All you want is just the driving experience. You want something that is powerful. You enjoy the highway, high speed runs sometimes. Get the S5 Sportback. Alright, Mr. Hendrik. Is it possible to get an extended warranty? Even Ferrari don't want to offer you an extended warranty for their own cars. Ferrari will want to void your warranty at every chance they can. So I'm sorry, Mr. Brandon. For Ferraris, I'm sorry. No banks would want it because I know lah, huh? You scared, they're also scared. Alright. Mr. Samuel Schick introduced me to EY. Thank you for the Apple McBoys. Thank you from Kishan. Hi Bobby. Thank you for what you and Con and Chris are doing. This is from Mr. Mike Lee. I want a weekend car for 20-30k budget. A Swift Sport. Ooh. R53 manual, E39 or 46. Wow. My current daily drive is the CX-5 and Saga. Now bro, Mike, if you go for the Swift Sport, even though it will be the best to drive here amongst all your options, you don't have much to tinker with. If you want a project car, the Swift Sport is not so much of a project. It will be always out there. You'll be enjoying your drive all the time. R53 manual, it will serve the same thing as a Swift Sport, except it will spend more time in the workshop. E39, yes, lovely car. E39. E39 is a car that you buy if you really love how it looks and all that. It's nice to ride, to just drive, but if you want to do it up to be a car that you can just go out there and drive, maybe not. 6. Okay, can you go for a coupe based on your budget, based on what you have now? Okay, because you have a CX-5 and a Saga, right? Both are 4-door, comfortable daily cars. The E46, the interior space is more or less the same as a Saga, right? It's also 4-door. Yes, it's a BMW, but because you need to spend time fixing it and all that, you might not be able to enjoy the E46 that much. Let's say, guys, let's go for a hard drive, TT Kong. You might enjoy your Saga more because you'll be going all out, full flat on your throttle all the way. Whereas the 46, you'll be thinking, I just fixed that. That might need fixing. You know, you'll be thinking about all this. You might not be able to go full bore and enjoy the car. Same goes with the E39. Provided you spend a lot of money, refurbish the entire car up to new. Then the R53 manual, yeah, 1.6 supercharged engine. It won't be as fun as the Swift Sport 1.6, but your budget is 20 to 30,000 ringgit. Have you thought of the Toyota Caldina, Mr. Mike Lee? You're not the first person I introduced the Caldina to, because first of all, it has a turbocharged engine. It has a 4-wheel drive system from the Celica GT4. The engine is from Celica GT4 as well. The car comes with 240 or 250 horsepower, and you can tune it, you can mod it, you can put a loud exhaust in it, you can do stuff with the car and tinker with it and still enjoy the car. And you have way more power than any of these that you mentioned. Right? Because your budget 20-30,000, you won't be able to buy a good convertible, get some Rover and all that. No. Right? So, yeah, do consider that car. Or a coupe, or a E36 or E46 coupe, if you're able to find one. Because coupes is worth spending time to get it fixed up, and then it becomes a project car. Whereas a 4-door is not so much, to be honest. That's why coupes are worth more down the road. Okay? Thank you. A lot of people helping me with suggestions. Hi Bobby, I'm the guy who asked you about the 300 to 500k i8. I do like the design, the door, but at this price range, not much choice for me. E46 M4. Now, to be honest, if you love the door, if you love the styling of the car, you love how it looks, and now you can afford it, go for it. It is such an advanced car for what it is. You know, BMW was very, very daring to basically make a hybrid, supercar. It still is a fast car, and my Valet logic comes out again, right? Imagine you didn't buy an i8, which you dreamed of, because Bobby remind you that it's 1.5. Then you go for a C43 coupe, right? Then one day you end up in front of a hotel valet, last spot. You're in your C43. Behind you is an i8 that you could have bought. Then the valet gently guide you to his colleague who will drive your car down to the basement, and then the i8 gets that parking spot. Go for the i8, Mr. JC. Alright? Bobby, house tour please. Okay, house tour. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Hi Bobby, saw your car on Muda. Is the mileage genuine? Yes, the mileage is genuine. So tempting to upgrade from my Jetta. Go ahead, it's more reliable than your Jetta. The aircon is colder than your neighbor's Proton. And you can buy my car, my Audi, you can buy it and drive it to Phuket and back straight. You won't have any issues with it. My car. Hi Bobby, I think you missed my question. Oh, sorry, my friend is persuading me to get a 350 GT or a 250 GT Skyline. Damn, go for it, bro. If it's within your budget, if you can afford it, man, go for the Skyline. It's such a cool car. Cool car, Mr. Brian. Go for it. Those other cars, Neo R3, Swift Sport, E36, you can buy them anytime if you want, right? You found a nice 350 or 250 GT Skyline, go for it. Hi Bobby, can you show me the process of your car wash? No. You don't want to learn from me because I'm not a pro in all this, and I'm damn lousy at this. I just just want to clean it, do something with it. Alright. Hi Bobby, you made me want to buy an Aston Martin. Go ahead bro, it's worth the money. It's damn worth the money for what it is lah. Alright, what wheel cleaner? Well, it's from Audi. You know, if you go into Audi, you buy their wheel cleaner. But I think it's the same as what others are out there lah. I didn't buy them. There's one time we did a joint thing with the Audi club where all the Audi owners we drove to Penang, and then I won the lucky draw this whole set of stuff. Alright. Hi Bobby, is your tin good? Yes, the tin that I put on my that auto detailer, put Ceralux, it's a good tint. The previous one, the glass tank, that is also really good. As long as your tin don't block signals, it's a very good tin. Okay, these are good. And the heat rejection is good. But in terms of the ratings that Darren showed me in auto detailer is very high. Okay, so these two are really good. And GlassTech has a few range. I think GlassTech can go more expensive than the Ceralux. So the Ceralux is worth buying, but GlassTech also have this price point as well. Alright. Blah 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 blah. Hi, Mr. Dinesh. You've been owning your Cougar for 2 months now. It's a nice car to drive around. Oh, Fords are brilliant when it comes to driving. Fords are always brilliant. Advice on maintenance. I think Con might be a better person to answer this. And recommended workshops. You know what? Con, right? He is the type of person who will go back to the official dealer. So far, I don't think he has brought his S-Max to workshops outside, but that's also because his S-Max is still under warranty. Alright? I think Apple have a program. Use Golf GTI, go for it. MK7 or MK7.5, great cars. Go for it. Hi Bobby, what if you're driving and then you press the key fob out? I'm not sure, but I think it will sound a warning light and not allow the car to shut down, I believe so, because there are car engineers out there who thought of all these things. Alright. Hi Bobby, is it advisable to tune my Civic 1.8 for better throttle response? Yeah, I mean, if you find someone who can tune it, why not? Yeah. Blah blah blah. I'm almost done. Did you turn off the Triton when you're driving or the drag race? No. Okay, I think I'm almost done. Hi Bobby, I'm looking for a reliable, low maintenance, imported budget car. What would you suggest with less than 30k budget? So it will be a used car. It will be you didn't mention your, hi Mr. Mohammed, maybe you can tell me your usage. Are you single? Are you a family man? Do you want a 4-door or 2-door is fine? Or you just want your one and only car? How old are you? You know, that kind of stuff. Then I know what I can recommend. But so far, everybody who asks me on a 30k budget, they want something not Proton Peroda, I've told them go for the Toyota Caldina. Yeah. From AMT. Hi Bobby, what do you think of the 2012 BMW X6? Plan to get a sporty SUV, about 130,000. You know what? See, the X6, of course there are diesels, which I don't recommend at all. Then there's the 35i, which is the 3-liter turbo. Now, as we all know, normal cars, 3-liter turbo, the road tax is 2,100 ringgit. But big SUVs, you get a discount. Don't ask me why, okay? Big SUVs pay lower road tax. If you go for an X3, you have to pay the same passenger car road tax, but if you go for an X5, you'll be paying cheaper road tax, a certain displacement and above, okay? So the X6 is actually considered a big SUV, and you'll be paying a discounted road tax. Now, the thing is this, a 2012 X6 is a popular car. People out there are buying it. It ranges anywhere from 110 to 120,000 ringgit. However, a 2012 X6M scares people. People don't dare to buy it because they see 4.4 liter, and then they just don't think about it. But they forgot the fact that when you buy an X6, you get a discounted road tax. So instead of paying close to 9,000 ringgit for road tax, the X6M road tax is 3,000 plus. 1,000 ringgit more, yes, but it is about 160,000 ringgit. 150, 160,000 ringgit is slightly above your budget, but I would reckon if your budget is 130, another 30,000, which means when you're paying installments, another 500 ringgit per month, you'll be getting an X6M. Now, what are the benefits of getting an X6M is that one day your normal 3 liter X6 down the road one day will be worth 40,000 ringgit, whereas the X6M will forever be above 100k in terms of used car value. You might be able to drive your X6M for a couple more years, and you will still be able to sell it at 120 or 130, whereas your X6, normal X6, will just go down and down because there are so many out there. Alright, and of course if you go for an M, it's a more special car, the drive is better, the engine is more powerful, slightly more maintenance, yes, but I reckon it's not. You see, everything else about your car is the same as the X6M. It's just that the M has 2 more cylinders. That's it. Right? There's 2 more cylinders in front. Right? You have a twin scroll turbo that has a twin turbo, and yeah, right. So the other stuffs are more or less the same. So why don't you go for the X6M? You tell people you bought an X6 for 110, 120k, yeah, but you bought an X6, you bought an X6 at this price, yeah, of course, but you bought an X6M for 150, 160 grand, that's a real bargain. Remember, when you buy an X6M, you saved 1 million ringgit, because the new car price, I remember I went for that launch, 1.3 million for the X6M. Alright, whereas the X6 is like what, 400, 500k, 500 plus, yeah. So consider that. I would go for the X6M. Yeah, it's a lot more special. You get a special seat, you know, those full spec seats. The specifications will be better. And just get it inspected, you know, make sure everything is okay, and you got yourself a real bargain. Okay? Alright, so thank you so much, guys. That's the Q&A for today. And again, me and my colleagues, I myself have done more than 1,000 videos in the past 3 years. So you can go in and watch all the car reviews of new, modern, recent cars for the past 3 years. And if you go through all the description, you can see my colleagues, all my colleagues down there on the links. You can go and like them, subscribe to them. You know, they all produce different kinds of formats. And hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. Cheers.